Hey guys, David here, and back at you again with another run. So today we're out here at Mount Saint Helens, probably my favorite place to run in Washington at least. And yeah, I'm excited to take you guys along, show you how beautiful it is out here. And you may have noticed I also changed the name of the series, tailored it more towards the run I'm doing in September, the Mountain Lakes 100. So yeah, it's just going to be my training runs up until that point, and we'll see what happens after that. Hopefully I make it to it. And yeah, so let's get this show on the road. Whew. All right, well, it's already getting hot, but we're out here, beautiful day. The course that we're running today is actually, it runs along Coldwater Lake. So we'll go kind of a, well, eventually we'll go around the whole thing, but kind of in a long route. It's actually the Backcountry Rise Trail. That's the 20-mile option for that I'm doing today. So it'll go basically down from Coldwater Lake up and around towards Johnson Ridge Observatory, and then loop back around down to Coldwater Lake, and that'll be about 20 miles. So should be a nice day today. Pack is pretty heavy because I'm carrying about 2 liters of water, and I've got a water filter, so it should last me the day if temperatures don't get too crazy. And yeah, it's looking really nice, and I'm super stoked to be out here. So one of the reasons I love being in this area is because it reminds me a lot of my favorite race that I've ever ran, at least up to this point, and that's the Bigfoot 100K, which starts at the south side of Mount Saint Helens. And at least that year it ran the whole perimeter of the volcano, the mountain, and also did this little loop, which is pretty much what I'm doing today. Yeah, it was a grueling course. I think that year it was up in the upper 90s in the mid part of the day. Prior to that, the furthest I had gone was a 50K. So it was half, well, it was more than twice the distance I had ever ran before. And oh man, lots of mud. And you know, I learned a ton that day about myself and what I'm capable of, and you know, a lot about running longer distances, and you know, altering expectations and things like that come along with, you know, running a very challenging technical course, which is largely what this is, because you have such crazy varying terrains between, you know, pumice fields and these crazy boulder fields, and then you have these crazy exposed areas with all these washouts and everything. And then you do have some wooded areas, and there's a bunch of climbing and stuff. I think the actual distance for everything ended up being 68 miles with like 14,000 feet of gain or ascent throughout the course of the race. And I think my goal going into it was I wanted to finish sub 15, which would have, I think, won the race, actually looking back on it now. But the naive person I was at the time, thinking 15 would be reasonable. You know, because I had ran a 50K in under 7 hours, and I was like, well, you know, you just do it twice. But yeah, I think I ended up finishing just under 24 hours. It was like 23 something. The cutoff, I think, was 29 hours. So I should have known by the cutoff how difficult it was going to be. But yeah, I had such a blast, and it was so awesome. And that's really what made me want to keep doing these things, because at the time I mean I definitely enjoyed ultra running, but yeah, I never got the satisfaction of completing something like that. So yeah, once I felt that, it really changed the game for me and really made me want to keep doing what I was doing. And yeah, it was just awesome. And so that's part of the reason I'm really happy to be out here, and why I come out here so often is just because it's so beautiful, and it brings me back to those moments I had during that race, and hopefully I'll do it again someday. or the 200 miler. And yeah, but I mean, how can you not be happy when you've got an area like this? I mean, it's just beautiful. So yeah, hopefully the day keeps going nice. And yeah. All right, well, we're out here about mile 6, so a little over a quarter of the way done, and the climbing should start soon. But the area is beautiful, kind of a Jurassic Park type vibe I'm getting, and yeah, it's been a good day so far. Well, we've got a somewhat interesting turn of events. Basically, couldn't find the trail. So what is supposed to happen, or what I should find, or should have found, is about 6 miles in, I would cut to the right. And I went out 7.5, and I never saw a real distinct path that indicated this was the right way. So I turned around at 7.5, and I was like, all right, I'll backtrack, you know, and hopefully find it within that 1.5 miles, and I have not yet. So once I get back to the lake, I know it's somewhere that I missed. So you know, that's my bad for not researching this route a little bit better. So, you know, at the very least, next time I come out here, I'll know that I need to make sure I know when that turn is. So, but we'll see. Who knows? It's not too late yet. So, if I am able to find a turn off, then I'll take it, and you know, we'll have just done some bonus miles, so we'll see what happens. Let's keep on moving. All right, guys. Well, I found where I missed the turn, and it was a ways back. So looks like maybe we got an extra 5 miles with, like, I don't know, 1,200 or 1,500 feet of gain. So yeah, I'll need to be a little extra careful. Next river crossing I see, I'm gonna try and fill up everything I have. Just make sure that don't run out of water, since I'll be out here a bit longer than I was expecting. But other than that, the Garmin's still going, so I'm still going. Should make for an interesting day. All right, well, back at it. Oh boy, well, so unfortunately, I have not found any water for the past about 2-3 miles. And I mean, I probably have enough to comfortably go like 5 or so more miles if I don't find any. And so rather than risking it, I figured I'll cut off and do a slightly shorter route, which is still probably going to be in between 15 and 20 miles overall. But this should be a little bit safer in the sense that I'm not going to be running out of water anytime soon, hopefully. So not quite the bonus miles I was hoping for, but it's still a pretty section, and I'm looking forward to doing it, because the last time I was out on this part was actually the Bigfoot 100K. So I probably have like 6 or 7, yeah, I don't know, not quite sure the distance I have left, probably in between 4 and 6 miles actually. So just at that point where I'll run out of water. So hopefully I've planned this out well enough, and I'll be able to finish strong. And yep, that's it. Still a beautiful day out, and trails are looking gorgeous. Wildflowers are a-blooming, and I'm having a great time. So one of the things that's super cool about this area, and I actually ducked under this thing as Van passed me on the Bigfoot 100K, is after the blast, some of the logging equipment that was used, I believe anyways, and this was about 40 years ago, was left here, and these are the remnants of it. Pretty crazy and very cool looking. Now they're just relics of the past. What a neat thing to see on the run. Alright guys, that wraps it up. I made it back just in the nick of time. I actually ran out of water probably about a half mile from my truck, so that was the right choice, and I'm glad I made it, because that would have sucked and been potentially dangerous. So, you know, when you're out there, you just got to make sure, you know, nothing is worth dying over, and you know, try to make smart decisions when you can. Today I made a couple not so smart decisions, and luckily I was able to correct that, get back here in one piece, and now I'm in my nice air-conditioned truck, drinking some cold water, feeling good, and I still got in, you know, 25K or so with a lot of gain, so I'm happy about that, and you know, learned a decent amount today. So never underestimate the trail you're doing, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next week.